There's just some stories which reverberates larger than the others. A small change, but the result is immense and impactful. This is what happened with Mr. Oleg Bartunov. Mr. Bartunov is currently the CEO at Postgres Professionals, and he has been in the Postgres community for more than 3 decades now. Serving the community for more than 30 years now, he has been an immense inspiration for a lot of people who are in the Postgres community. And though he started his journey as an astronomer, his journey has been nothing but profound to serve and bring the Postgres community towards today's result. He has been serving the Postgres community for more than 30 years now and has been an immense inspiration for multiple people who are in the Postgres community. Starting his journey as an astronomer and bringing lots of changes in the Postgres community, he has also revolutionized the overall digitalization of Russia. You might be questioning how, because he was the one who was able to bring the concept of using Postgres in all the government digital services. So let's hear his story today on how Postgres is modernizing the whole global ecosystem and how it can be adopted here in Nepal also. So without any further ado, let's hear from Mr. Oleg Bartunov.
My main motivation I was looking for some tools for working with data in my science work, because I am an astronomer. Astronomer is a science of data. You know, we have so many information comes from the sky, and I want to make my life a bit easy to work with the database, not by hand. That time we had a very we have not like computers like this, you know. Yeah. So I was working at Santa Cruz University, and one guy just recommended me to take attention to the databases. Okay. I even don't know that the databases there are. And I found on Berkeley the group of the Professor Stonebreaker, Mike Stonebreaker, who is a very famous database researcher. Yeah. And I start using some Ingress database. Postgres even did not exist that time. So I start using Ingress. And in 1995, when the Mike Stonebreaker group released the Postgres 95 to the public, I joined this project, start using, and since then, this year will be 30 years as I am member of Postgres community. First 10 years, I was very enthusiastic about the open source, and I did not get any money from this. It was my moonlight job. You know moonlight? In the evening, after dinner, I just sit in the kitchen and working on Postgres. Yeah, I discovered that the whole world of open source, that I work together with very talented people from all over the world. That was my main motivation. Also, it was very interesting to solve some problems. Mostly, I was interested in the tasks which I actually interested. So my first contribution to the Postgres was introducing local support, because that time Postgres supported only, like let's say English language. Yeah, and I tried to use Postgres with Russian and found that it doesn't work. So there is a principle of open source. If you see that doesn't work, make it work and share with others. So I spent some time and made a local support. So all the world start using Postgres. That was my very small, but actually very first, but actually most important contribution actually. So it's like Postgres become international. Yes. Then after 10 years of working together, I was invited to the first international Postgres conference in Toronto. in Canada. So somebody sent me tickets, made an invitation, because I had no money to buy ticket to Toronto. And I and my colleague, my friend, Theodore, we participated in this conference. That time we have like 40 people, 50 people only, developers of Postgres. And that time, it was the first time we see each other. Because 10 years we was working only exchanging by emails. Yeah. And we was very happy to see each other, talking, discussing, and that started different life, the open source life. We started participating in many conferences each year, like 5, 6, 7, even 10 conferences every year. And we start working like professionally. I said professionally that some companies, they ask us to implement some feature they need, and they pay some money. Not big, not much, but it was like, I said it's professional. I still was working in the Moscow University as astronomer, yeah, but have some income from Postgres. Little, but okay. Yeah. And maybe 10 years ago, maybe 11 years ago, I started my another professional work with Postgres because I started thinking about the Postgres company in Russia. You know, I always think that, and still thinking that Postgres is a very perfect database for the government, for Russia, for Nepal, for all countries actually, because it has many features. And first is that it's open source and it's free. It's very good actually. Had a very good community. Does not depend on any company. That is very important to know. And doesn't depend on any country. So I always try to that Russian companies and Russian government should use this Postgres. And I try to convince the Russia, don't use Oracle, don't use Microsoft, don't use all these commercial products, just because there is a very good product, open source, free. So don't invest the company, invest to the people. You know, that was my idea. But that doesn't work in Russia until that some political changes, you know, come. You remember Crimea, then the Ukraine conflict, yes, and what we learned that if you use a commercial product, there is always some button you can press. Don't work with Russia. And all companies are gone from Russia. Yes, but fortunately, to this time, our company already existed, and we already have an enterprise version of the Postgres. We already work with the companies, with the government, big projects, federal systems. So actually, people just don't feel that something happens, because everything we use replaced by Postgres. Yeah, that was very big lesson, and that's why I decided, you know, to talk to the Nepali people. Don't make our mistake. Our mistake was that we thought that everything is good, you know. West companies provide us free licenses for the universities, for the school, and for the 30 years, we teach students how to use their software. So our universities just teach new workers for these companies. So our students, they knew know how to use, but they don't know how it actually works. Yeah. And I always said that we need a Postgres because Postgres is open. What does it mean open? Open means that you have a source code. Your students can learn how it works actually. And that is more important because we grow not the consumers, we grow the creators. That is very important for any country, have creators. Because consumers, we have enough. We are all consume all this software. But for sovereignty of country, for technological, independence, you need somebody who can create this. Yeah. So, and this is very important. But fortunately, in Russia, we have enough talented people who started working with me. We created a company, and we now about 500 people. Yeah, it's very difficult to find them because people who capable to work as a system programmer, not much. You need to find them. Yeah, and they are very specific because the software we use, it's an application software. What we just push buttons, This is application. But behind application, there is a system software. And nobody from regular people don't know about this system software. But this is very important. If you have no system software, no application software. Yeah. Yeah. And universities are very good for this because universities teach students for a long time. And system software requires fundamental knowledge and some long time and practice. Work with something like Postgres. Just see the open source, see the code, learn. And Postgres community is very friendly, as in Nepal, very peaceful. So anybody can join the community. And if something you don't understand, you can ask. Always you get a respond. Yeah, and when I, 16 years ago, I felt myself that I love Nepal. I want to contribute something to Nepal back. And I started thinking how Postgres is work with the Nepali language. And I found that Postgres doesn't work. So my first contribution was in 2009. We implemented support for Nepali language. So we fixed the problem and so on. And now Postgres has a built-in support for Nepali language. So just download, install, use, and it supports and recognize Nepali language. You can make a full text search on the documents. Because Nepali use a Devanagari script, yes? Yeah, Devanagari script. And Postgres support now. That was my first contribution in 2009. That time, Kathmandu was a bit different. More, it was like a dirty, dark, no electricity. People make fire on the street. Yeah, and I made a talk. I gave a talk in completely dark room because we use a generator to charge my notebook and the projector. It was very funny. But since then, I tried to always organize some events with the Kathmandu University. I have a very good friend, Mr. Bal. He is an assistant professor in the Kathmandu University. Yes, and now we just, this May, we did a third PGConf conference. This is official Postgres event. So it's registered in the Postgres community. And I see that now we see that real interest from the Postgres companies. Before, only my company was like a sponsor. Now we have many several, Nepali companies who interested in supporting, and that is very good sign. Yeah, and I understand that Postgres, that Nepal have started digital transformation of society. Before it was not so many people have smartphone, access to the internet. Now everybody, and and I think that Postgres can be like a center of digital transformation. Why? Because data means digital. Data you need somewhere to store, how to work. This is a database, so Postgres can be like a center of digital transformation for Nepal. And it's guarantee the digital sovereignty of Nepal. You know that Nepal is a small country between the huge like China and India. Actually, if you see, the Nepal has not so many, what Nepal have? Himalaya, yes? Very peaceful people, very peaceful country. This is very important. Agriculture, not big. Ilam tea, one of the best in the world, actually. Have you tried Nepal tea? Ilam tea? It's a golden needles.
From around there only.
Yeah, I've been many times in Kanchenjunga area, and the Ilam, the first flush just arrived to Kathmandu. The first flush of golden needles, is brilliant. Do you know that other countries they buy Nepal tea and then sell like as a Darjeeling, as a Assam tea? Why? This is a very, very nice. This is what actually could be like a.
Brand it as ours.
Yes. But unfortunately, Nepali people don't drink tea. They drink milk tea or masala tea. And what's the bad? They drink bag tea. You know this bag tea. Especially in Tamil, you can't find any cafe where you can drink good Nepali tea. Yeah, I know one place. I can show you that one guy from the Kanchenjunga area. He has a plantation factory there, and he's young guy. He loves tea, so I come to his shop and we drink this tea. Yeah. But that is also future of Nepal and IT. Because for IT you need nothing actually. You have internet, and Nepali people have good brains. So what? You can stay anywhere and you can work for IT. That is so IT is very important for Nepal. The problem of the developing countries is that young people, they grow with the idea, move to US. That is very bad. Why? Because you move to US, local people, they will see it on you. Who are you? Better stay at home. But to stay at home, government, the country should give them opportunity to work. And IT is very popular job. You can stay in Nepal and work everywhere, anywhere. Yes? So that's why I said that the government should pay big attention to the growing IT community in Nepal. And database, Postgres, is one of the part of IT, very important. Yeah. So, as I said, it is free, open source, and good features. Because some people asking me, if Postgres is good to run my business, I always said, big Russian federal systems works on Postgres. Why not your small business, And big federal systems like a tax system works on Postgres in Russia. Russia, one of the biggest and most digital country. I would say most digital is that we have everything I can do on the phone. All systems are digital, you know. I have no money when I go. I don't need. Just touch and that's work. The same happens in other countries, and the same happens in Nepal. So Nepal should be ready for this. To be ready for this, you need people. To grow people, it takes time. So better start now the program supporting IT. In Russia, we had a very good support from government, so we did not pay tax. IT companies did not pay tax. That was very good support. Now we had some, like a 5% only, still small, some taxes. But still it's a good support. And that helps to grow many companies. The same, I think, that should be in the Nepal. You know that why it's possible, because the IT currently in Nepal economics is just a small part. Yes? And for government, it's very easy to say that, don't pay, because it doesn't influence, yeah. So, but for the companies, it will be very good. Yes. It's very good for economics and a very good sign that government consider IT as a privilege, you know, part of the economics. Just takes time to grow. Yeah. And my motivation to talk to the Nepal government, to the Nepali people, is that don't wait, start working. You know, we, our company, we provide everything to Nepal to start. So we have free courses, free books, free certification. So I'm looking for the people who can start IT company here and start preparing training courses, some professional work, yeah, for working with students, yeah, provide support for the projects, government, for example. The problem is the money, budget. Where to get a budget for this company? I know that many private companies already use Postgres, and I know that Postgres already used in government projects. So I think that government could provide some budget for support of this project, because databases, Postgres is good, but any software has problems, has bugs. So you need that somebody could come and help. That is called support and consulting. So help how to make this project better, you know. So the company could have like 1-2 years support from the government, but not just get money, but to provide support for the projects that already use Postgres and help new projects start using Postgres. And this will help this company to grow and get more people, creating a Postgres community, because in Russia we have a very big professional community. We organize a chat in Telegram, and it's very big. And you can see that it's like 15,000 people online, and you can get support from just online. That is very good, because right now companies, they use Postgres without any support. They have to have their own people who understand Postgres, but that is not their business. Let's outsource this business to the special company, and that special company will make a better and will create a big Nepali community. What is very important for Nepal is that there is a neighbor, India, huge market. India just started using Postgres also. So if we have a good Nepali community here, they have a very good job in India. Big job, big market. I would not say about China, because China is a bit closed market. But India, you know, it's open market for Nepali. I many times visiting India, and I saw so many Nepali working as a gastarbeiter on the construction work, in the restaurant. Why? Let's work as a IT, you know. So we should export IT to this market, not like. Yeah. So what to do? First, we need to promote the idea of IT. Promote the idea, use the Postgres. It's already, you know, you don't need do much because everything is already here. We brought this book. It's a first experience with Postgres. With this book, anybody can start using Postgres already. And on our website, we have all courses, professional courses for DBA, for database administration, for development. We have a certification. Of course, that needs some work for translating to English, for example. But it's not, doesn't, now we have a chat GPT and all AI stuff can easy translate. Then we need somebody who can do training, video training, record and use it. And that could be also like a good business for this. But we need people. We need some, I think that students, the universities and colleges, they are that very good source of these people. So we need people to work with this, all this. Yeah. We have many Russian universities now teach students with Postgres. Because Postgres is very good database. It has very good SQL support. Yes, and you have no problem to download it and use it at home. Not like a commercial software which you can use only at work. You can use at work, you can use at home, you can play with it. Yeah. And our company, of course, will support, continue support of these conferences, events. Yeah, we just need understanding from the government. The government understand. I already have meeting with the Ministry of Communication. Yes, we just made a first talk. It was not detailed, but he promised that we can organize a technical meeting with his people, with his team. Yeah, in the beginning of June. Yeah. I'm here for until June 3rd. Yes, then I'm back home. So if anybody wants to talk to me, yeah, I'm very open here. I stay here in Tibet Guest House. Yes, so you are welcome. To join the community, just send email to some address on the Postgres site. And then you will have access to the, you can ask, you can send email. So it's very easy. Yeah. But to create Postgres community here, you need several, you know, organize a non-commercial organization, for example. Register domain names. Yeah. Invite people, join. Why? For example, it's easy just to have a chat, open the chat in Telegram and invite people to join. because you need some place where you can inform people about the events and start organizing events. You have 14 universities, yes? You have several IT colleges. I've been in one very good IT college, Nagaraj. Nagarjuna, yeah, IT college, Nagarjuna IT college. We made a talk there about what is the open source. And I've seen that students there are very interesting. Yeah, this is a private school, so they pay, so they are very motivated to find the room or the place where organize events, Postgres events. That's my plan. Yes, and now, that's very important that to promote, you need to talk, make you have a social media, you have newspapers, you have TV, you should talk. Because maybe there are some people who don't know about that there is a Postgres and there is an idea. But if you just show the candle, the light, people see, oh, that is what I want to do. I want to work with this. And people come. So, and also very important is support of government and parliament. So you need somebody from the parliament who is really interested. It's not politician, it's really interested that Nepal should be powerful. There is a challenge. Challenge is the people who professionally works with Postgres. But that is a solvable problem. We just need to translate our courses, our books, start teaching, certify the teachers. Our company will certify teachers, and teachers that will make the training in Nepal. Then Nepal will have a more professional Postgres. Security is very important in digital country when all our data in digits is stored somewhere and you don't know who is controlled. That is very important. For example, myself, I want to be sure that my data, my medical data, for example, they are stored very secure. And Postgres, as any software, of course, can have bugs, can have some security holes. But with Postgres, it's nice that millions of people use Postgres and million people have access to the code and they can analyze the code. And all security problem appears quickly identified and fixed. But you need, Nepal needs somebody who take care about it, who understand that, okay, new release, just fix comes. You need download, you need reinstall, and so on. And also, currently, I don't know who in Nepal is responsible for the Postgres. Who knows which site the Postgres was downloaded, who compiled it, who installed it. This is just don't know. This is not good. If Nepal has a company who professionally support Postgres, who has a professional responsibility, who has a SLA for the project, that will be much more transparent, more clear. That's also not about Postgres, about any software actually. Just download this book from Postgres site and use it. Call the first experience. And after 1 week, engineer will understand what is a Postgres, how to use it. Don't afraid using Postgres. 3 decades is a long time, of course. And I have a different motivation all this time, but I still motivated. But now my motivation, the last motivation, is to make a new Postgres. Because I see the technology is going, develops very fast. And I am very interested to make Postgres follow this, use these new technologies. Yeah. But I'm very sure that classical, Postgres is still very good. Because why? Do you know why? Because it is provides people ability to improve it. Because Postgres is extensible. If you miss some functionality, you can hire some C programmer and he can implement it. That's why there are like 46 different forks of Postgres. They implemented something, and more than 1,000 extensions. So if you are looking for the some spatial extension, you just download Postgres, and it will work with Postgres. If you're looking for some AI stuff, there are already many extensions which works with AI. And our company, we also provide, see on our GitHub, on our account, we have many extensions we provide for free. Nepali, I am a Russian Mongolian. That means that I share with Nepal some common culture. Yeah, I looks like Nepali. Yes, and I feel myself very good here, very relaxable, and I'm very happy to help Nepal because Nepal helped me to understand who am I. That is common opinion. Many people say that. In Nepal, I started to feel myself, who am I actually? Yeah, I crossed Nepal from Kanchenjunga to Mahakali River. I've seen the first kilometer of Nepal, the pyramid, first kilometer of Nepal on Tinkarla, where Nepal, China, and India common border. I've seen so many different people in Nepal. 100 nationalities. Some are very, and it's amazing that all people just live together. Nepal is my second home, and actually I'm looking for the opportunity to stay here for a long time. I just apply for the business visa, maybe, and maybe I find some apartment where I can stay, where I can work. As I said, IT, you don't need to be, you can be work from everywhere. And so, Malai Nepal Man Parcha. That's what I can say. Yeah.